Hello, everyone. It's fantastic to go live today. We're super happy that we're able to do two webinars in quick succession. So we're super hyped about that. Yeah, we're as usual just going to give a couple of minutes just for everybody to join the stream. If anybody is having any connectivity issues, this is the time to sort it out. Also, if you are having issues at any point in the webinar, please do note that this webinar is going to be recorded and uploaded to our YouTube, so you can always watch it afterwards as well. So don't stress about it. You're still going to have access to it. If you don't have the link to it, you can always just reach out to us. Literally just email us at sales@dibly, so it's DIBBLY.com, and we'll be able to give you the link if you're not sure where to find it. Alrighty, so please in the chat, let me know where you are from, what the weather is like. I am from South Africa. It is currently winter by me, so it is extremely cold. I am shivering. But again, if you're from the States or Canada, our winters is like your summer. So our houses just aren't built for winter. There's no insulation. Most of the time we don't have like fireplaces or anything either. It's built for summer. We have pools, but that's about it. So yeah, let me know where you're from. I have the comments open on my side, and we have we have Toronto, we have another South African, hi, New York, we have Las Vegas, Kingston. Oh my goodness, someone from Jamaica. That's awesome. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us. It is absolutely amazing to see everybody all around the world joining us for our webinars. And again, if you do have any questions whatsoever, please pop them in the comments as well. And we are going to have a Q&A section at the very end. We don't always get through all of the questions, but afterwards we will most definitely be in touch to answer those questions. And of course, if you do need anything, any assistance, you're always welcome to reach out to us. If you're not sure about the email address or the contact number or anything, just go to our website. That's www.theurbanwriters.com, and you can just go to the contact us page and all of the details will be there. So you can always contact us if you have any projects that you're thinking of that you need assistance with. That is where you can reach us as well. So in the meantime, we still have about 2 minutes to go before we get started. Do tell me if you have any projects going on at the moment. I'm very interested to see the topics and if you have any projects going at the moment, or if you're thinking of doing anything. I'm very interested to see that as well. Drop that in the comments as well. And have you guys been checking out the new AI tool that we've been launching? It's DlyCreate. So basically, you can create an entire book, a 30,000 word book using AI. The product that we are launching currently, that we are in beta testing. So if you are interested in that, also reach out to us. But basically, we have AI content that we are going to be humanizing with actual freelancers as well. You get an outline, a full manuscript, you get your professional book description as well. And of course, as usual, you will have full access to view the document the entire time as well. So if you're interested in that, please do let us know. And if you have done that already, also let us know what you think in the comments. We love to hear feedback, and if we can improve anywhere, that we can improve, or if we are doing something well in a certain aspect, that we can focus on that and improve it even more as well. So let me know. Let's go ahead and check. Oh, a true crime project. That sounds amazing. Your first book went live 2 days ago and free promotion starts tomorrow. Oh, awesome. So this webinar kind of came in at just the right time as well. We are going to go over author branding and marketing strategies. So that is going to be quite useful for you. We also did a webinar. If you're not sure, or you're not, if you didn't know, this is part 2 in a two-part series that we've been doing about publishing on Kindle, on KDP, and of course doing your marketing on it as well. So the other webinar that we did do goes over the algorithms and how to actually utilize the KDP platform and take advantage of the algorithm, basically. So do go ahead and check that out as well. It is on our YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and check that out. Alrighty, we can get started. So if my little helper in the back end can just bring up the webinar, we can get started. Alrighty, so welcome everybody. This is the second part of a two-parter webinar series. This is going to go over your building your author brand and marketing strategies. This does not cover everything. There is a lot that goes into this. So there are other things that you can also do, but everything that I've mentioned and that I am going to mention in this webinar is going to be the basics and the most popular ways of doing things. So next slide, I can introduce myself. My name is Michaela. I am the Senior Sales Agent here at the Urban Writers. I've been at the Urban Writers for 5 years now. I've done some freelancing, and of course now I am on the admin team. I've written over 270 books, both nonfiction and fiction, so I'm well versed in both. I've done many hundreds of thousands of words so far. And I specialize in fiction and nonfiction. So if you have any questions, if you're concerned about your book, if you want to get started and you're not 100% sure, please do reach out to us. Most of the people on the team are actually writers as well. So we can assist you and tell you something's going to be very difficult to write. If it's going to be harder, suggesting a tier, whatever, and that sort of thing. We are more than happy to assist with that and the packages that you might need. Now, a little bit more about the Urban Writers as a company. We were formed in 2018 by Marco and Natasha Moutinho. They basically built the company from the ground up, which is amazing, seeing how far it's grown in 6 years now. We have over 5,000 creative minds on the platform, over 20,000 active happy customers, and we've also done over 1 billion words as well, which is it's amazing. We've done so many projects, and every project is completely unique, and it's just magical to see all of those creations coming from a company that started with a handful of writers. Okay, our agenda for the day. Now we are gonna go over building your author platform. We're gonna go over building a loyal fan base, promotional tactics and marketing strategies. And then we're also going to go over leveraging marketing platforms. And then of course at the end we are going to do a Q&A. So if you have any questions, line them up, put them in the comments. If we don't get to it, we will get to it after the webinar. We'll answer everything. We'll DM you, comment on your comments, and we'll answer your questions there as well. Of course, you can always reach out to us as well. Okie dokie, we can dive right in. First up is building your author brand, your author platform. Now, it is extremely important to build your author brand. You want people to think of a name and be able to associate you with books or with a specific genre. If you think of George R.R. Martin, you think fantasy, you think Game of Thrones. It's because he has such a massive author brand. All of his books, all of his covers, his logo, everything is the same across the board, and it's recognizable. As soon as you walk into a bookstore, you see a book, you know that's George R.R. Martin without even seeing who the actual author is. So first off, we want to establish your brand identity. So author branding does help you create a recognizable and distinct identity in the minds of readers. So this makes it easier for them to connect with you and actually remember your work as well. So readers often, I don't want to say identify with the writers, but they want to connect and they want to kind of, what's the word? Yeah, but basically, readers want to connect with authors, and having an author brand and standing for something and having something very distinct helps readers do that. They want to know who the author is. This also helps with consistent branding across books and series, and this builds trust with among readers. Okay, so this also increases the likelihood of them exploring and purchasing future books or other series of books if they know exactly what your brand identity is. Next up, we have building a loyal readership. So a strong author platform allows you to engage with your audience directly. It helps you foster a relationship, and it creates, of course, a loyal fan base that supports all of your endeavors. There are many authors. One author for me in particular, Patrick Rothfuss. I'm absolutely obsessed with his books. I'm a fantasy reader. I'm absolutely obsessed with The Name of the Wind. And he's actually doing other things as well. So I believe he did a graphic novel, which is completely outside of what he usually does. And I bought it. I haven't read it yet, but I bought it because I know Patrick Rothfuss. I know it's going to be fantastic. It looks beautiful on the bookcase. So it's very, very important to make sure that you do have that relationship. Patrick Rothfuss also streams on Twitch, which is awesome. He just streams Minecraft. He just builds houses in Minecraft all day. And although it's very off-putting to see that he's playing games and not writing, you're still connecting with him, and that is very, very important. Alrighty, and then we have, where was I? Okay, yeah, we were still on building a loyal readership. Next, we have basically by connecting with your readers through platforms such as social media, newsletters, author websites, Twitch, as I just mentioned, you can captivate a community of fans. As if you're streaming on Twitch, people that are on Twitch they don't know that you're an author, but they're streaming, they're watching you stream, whether it is read with the author or playing video games or reacting to videos. Something like that is amazing for building a relationship with your readers. And people are going to see this, they're going to love your content, and then they're going to see, oh, this is actually an author, let's go buy their book. It is very, very important. We also have enhancing the visibility and discoverability. So an established author platform with a solid online presence can increase your visibility on KDP and other platforms. This makes it easier for readers to find and actually engage with your books as well. We also do have engagement with readers through blogs. So any social media updates, email newsletters, anything can promote your book and attract new readers. And this does help with the discoverability of your books as well. We also have marketing promotions and opportunities. Author branding opens up opportunities for effective book marketing and promotion, allowing you to reach a wider audience and, of course, drive up your sales on KDP. A well-built author platform also provides a channel for actually promoting your book. So you might not even have to go ahead and promote on or use marketing services to promote your book. If you have a strong author platform, you can promote your book there and people are going to be redirected to it. Ads are going to show up, or you might need to do like Google ads and stuff, but your website is going to show up, and your author platform and social media, it's going to show up for people. And that means that, of course, you're going to reach a wider audience. You also do need to consider long-term career growth. So actually investing in your author branding and platform building sets a strong foundation for long-term career growth as an author. This means that you're going to be here to stay. It's not just going to be one book and then you're going to disappear off the face of the earth. You actually invested time into building this brand, and it builds trust with readers as well. Alrighty, our next slide is for strategies for engaging with readers and cultivating a loyal fan base. Now, these are just a few, as I mentioned, a few of the things that you can do. This is the most popular things to do and the most basics. So if you do want something more in depth with, social media or any strategies for engaging with readers and stuff, please do let us know in the comments. We are more than happy to view it and see how many people are interested and actually do a webinar dedicated to that specifically. So first off, you want to interact on social media. So utilize social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Goodreads is amazing as well for books. Just to connect with your readers and send updates about your books and engage in discussions as well. Answer questions that they have if they're asking, if they're in a chat with somebody and they're asking questions about a book, go in and answer it. It is your book. You will have the best answer for it. So this can also lead to actually teasing people for upcoming books. If it's a series of fantasy books or romance books, um, saying, "Oh, I know something that's happening in the next book," or something like, "Yeah, well, John Doe might not have all of the answers that he actually claims he does." And that again builds suspense and it makes people want to read your following books. We also do have, you also do need to respond to comments. It's very, very important that if you are making posts on social media and you are engaging with people, to go in and respond to messages and comments and reviews, that sort of thing, just to show your appreciation for their interaction as well. The more you interact with them, the more they're going to interact with you. And again, that means that you're building a stronger author brand. We also do have email marketing. So building an email list can sound extremely daunting to get started with. And in some cases it is, I'm not going to lie to you, it can be very, very daunting. But you need to build an email list. Go onto social media, advertise your book, say, listen, I'm going to have a mailing list. This is where you're going to get the first updates regarding X, Y, and Z. And then, of course, they're going to actually subscribe to it because people want to know. People are curious. They want to know what's going on. So that's a very, very good way of actually getting that interaction as well. So people with email marketing also does sneak peeks. So, for example, they'll put in a paragraph of chapter 16 in a book, not the first one, not the last one, right dead in the middle. Again, to kind of build some mystery around it as well. This is talking, okay, this is fiction related, but of course you can do the same with nonfiction. Nonfiction is a massive, massive market. So any sort of teaser that you can give them, any advice, if it's a life advice book, give them some free advice in the newsletters as well. Again, that actually builds your author brand. We also do have hosting virtual events and Q&A sessions. Virtual book launches and author Q&A sessions are absolutely amazing for engaging with readers. Live readings and webinars as well. It means that you can interact with your readers in real time and build a sense of community around your books as well. You can also use platforms like Zoom, Facebook Live, or Instagram Live to engage with readers, answer any questions that they might have. Again, doing a little Q&A, ask them things, have them ask you questions, and then answer it back and forth. Actually have a conversation with them. It's again, it seems very daunting, but it's not as hard as it seems, and it's definitely not as once you've done it once, you can definitely do it again. We also want to create an author website or blog. It is a very, very good idea to create a website that people can go to. They can view your books that you have. It might even be a good idea to have them on sale on your website as well. If you do have physical copies or link directly to your KDP page where they can purchase the book as well. Your blogs are also fantastic. It gives the reader a sense of what they will find in your books. And if they like the blogs, they're going to love your books as well. So again, they will go and actually purchase the books. You also do need to regularly post content on this. So you can't just create it and leave it. You do need to regularly update and have content that showcases your personality to the reader. Okay. Next up, we have run contests and giveaways. So any exclusive book promotion that you can do to a loyal reader or attracting new fans, it generates a buzz around the book. People love free things. They love a competition. They love free things. They love not having to pay for anything, especially if it's from a writer that they really do enjoy reading. This creates a massive hype because that person is going to tell everybody that they know about this free book that they got, or this fantastic this fantastic writer that has such an online presence and personality, and they're doing all of these things occasionally. People want to be a part of that. So encourage your readers to participate by sharing their love for your book or leaving ratings, signing up for your email list as well. All of those could be entries to a giveaway or a contest. And again, it fosters engagement and excitement within your fan base. And lastly, we have collaborate with readers and seek feedback. No, nobody likes criticism. I hate criticism. I can't take criticism. People tells me something's wrong, I'll start crying. I'm not very good at taking criticism. But as an author, as a writer, you need to be able to take that criticism. You're putting your content online. It's the same whether you're an influencer on YouTube or TikTok. Anything you do is in the spotlight now, and you're going to get criticism and you're going to get feedback, whether it's solicited or unsolicited, you are going to get it. So to kind of build a kind of a positive vibe around this is to encourage your readers to do that. Encourage them to tell you, to give you feedback about covers or characters or book plots or the advice that you might give them in a nonfiction book. Put up surveys or polls or hold reader focus groups on social media, stuff like that. Again, it paints you in a very, very positive light, because somebody that can take criticism, they're awesome. I admire people like that. And you want people to also know that you are that person and their opinions are important. You also do want to ensure that you are delivering something that people want. If you don't get feedback or criticism, you're not going to know exactly what it is people want. You could change 2 things in your book and open the door to thousands of new readers, where if you leave it closed, you're still just sticking with your maybe your audience of 1,000 or 2,000 people. So do keep that in mind when you are getting criticism. Do not take it personally. It's not an attack on you. People want to give feedback and they want to tell you what they want, which means that you are going to be more successful as well. Next up, we have promotional tactics and marketing strategies. Now, this again is very, I won't say high level, but it's a very shallow overview of things that you can do. There's an infinite number of things that you can do for marketing and promoting your book. Again, these are just the basics. So, an effective promotional, oh my goodness, I can't talk today. An effective promotional tactic is to go in and do Kindle countdown deals. Okay, Kindle Countdown deals allow you to offer your book at a discounted price for a limited time. This basically it creates a sense of urgency and means that it's going to incentivize readers to purchase your book, even if it's $1 off. Um, People love a good discount. They love a good voucher. They love a good giveaway. This is awesome to do that. So definitely check out Kindle Countdown deals. You can go in and promote the countdown deals through social media, your mailing list, any other, your website as well. Have a little banner and say that you're doing this sort of thing. It's really going to create a buzz around the book as well. You can also utilize Amazon's marketing tools for this sort of thing, and that's usually what people do. And it really does pay off. You also have free book promotions. So same as the Kindle Countdown deals, only this one you actually give a book away for free. Maybe it's a signed copy, maybe it's a special edition, maybe it's with a cover that you didn't officially release. People love things like that, and they are going to love you for it. I apologize for that sound. Um, Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, your free book promotions. It attracts new readers. It means that if somebody doesn't know you, it's going to allow them to read your book without actually paying for it. And of course, they'd want to pay for your future books too, if they really do enjoy your content. And it opens up the market a lot as well. And it, of course, it increases visibility. So that is something that you most definitely want. Is just increased visibility wherever you can get it. Next, we have Kindle Unlimited. Now, if you're not sure about what Kindle Unlimited is, it's basically a subscription service that allows readers to borrow books and read unlimited books. And then once when they are reading it, the author of that book or the publisher of that book gets royalties of the page count, based on the page counts that readers have read. So if it's a terrible book and people have only read 10 pages, you're only going to get the royalties for 10 pages. But if they devour the book and they've finished the entire book, you are going to get royalties for that entire book. This basically you just have to enroll it in Kindle Unlimited and you will reach a wider audience. And people want a cheaper option to be able to read certain things. Books are extremely expensive, and a lot of people only read Kindle Unlimited books. I know a bunch of people that only read Kindle Unlimited. They don't have a book in their house, they just read on their Kindle. So this is definitely something to look out for. Of course, you can still sell your book full price as well. It's not as if it's only going to be on Kindle Unlimited. You can still sell it at full price, but only people that have a Kindle Unlimited subscription will be able to read it for free based on their subscription, and then you'll get royalties from that. We also do have social media marketing. I am going to go into this a little bit more in our next section, so I'm not going to linger on it too long. But this basically just means that you need to engage with your readers on media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, but now X, Instagram, Goodreads, TikTok. TikTok is fantastic for marketing books. The book talk community is amazing. They are so positive. There's hardly any negativity. So do make sure that you check out book talk as well. It's really cool. Then we have book launch events. So again, you could do webinars, live sessions, Q&A sessions, that sort of thing. It creates a buzz, and your new release is going to be popular before it even releases if you do stuff like this. So invite readers to collaborate with other authors. You can even offer promotional giveaways for people that attend these sessions. So again, people do get something out of it. Not only do they get to meet you as the author, but they also do get some goodies that they can take away from it. And then finally, we have Amazon advertising. So Amazon advertising is a very, very good tool to use. You do need to pay for it, but if you do, it is going to pay off. I believe there are some free versions of it active at the moment, but go through, promote your books through sponsored ads, and ensure that your keywords are very, very targeted. I went over keywords in the previous webinar. Your keywords are essential when you are doing any form of marketing, especially on Amazon advertising. It is essential. You need it. You need to make sure that you have the correct keywords, and to take advantage of that algorithm. And of course, you do need to monitor your performance metrics so that you can go in and adjust the keywords where needed as well. Alrighty. Next, we have tips for leveraging social media, email marketing, and other channels to promote your books. That's a mouthful. So yeah, here is the promised next section on social media. So this is just literally tips for actually leveraging these platforms. There are many other things that you can do, but of course, these are the basics. Okay, I'm not going to repeat myself again with that. I just want to make it super clear. So you want to choose the right platform. Ideally, choose the platforms that your target audience is most active on and focus on that. If your audience is 50 or 60 and up, Facebook would probably be the social media platform where you do most promoting. Emailing lists are also very popular in this age group. If you're doing young adults or teenagers, you'd look at TikTok, or Instagram. Millennials are, so what, 30 to 40 now. They are usually in Instagram. So do make sure that you're doing your research on where you actually have to go in and search, or where you actually have to go in and advertise your content, so that you know exactly where your audience is going to see this. You want to share engaging content. You don't want to post the same thing over and over and over again. Make it fun, make it exciting, create images, have graphic designer create some marketing content for you. This is going to help you so much because people see a pretty image, they click on it, they want to see what it is. Put in a little in info, a little what's it called, like a little bio of a character, or add a section that might not have been included in the book. Tell them, listen, this is a section of the book that I've written, fully written, it's edited, but I never ended up putting this in the book. It's going to make the reader curious as to what's actually in the book instead of what you did not add. You also want to interact with your followers. So again, make sure that you are responding to comments, engage with them, participate in book-related conventions, go to book signings, set up lives. It is super, super important if you are doing social media marketing to do that kind of thing. I sign into lives all the time, or well, not sign into lives. I tune into lives all the time of my favorite authors because there's always something interesting going on. The readers always have a very, very fun discussion in the comments, and the authors that you can see are really making an effort are always going through the comments as well. And that means that you want to make an effort to go and purchase their book as well. And then run contests and giveaways. Again, this is amazing for actually creating awareness of your book and making sure that people can see your book. Enhances visibility a lot. And with this, with anything that you do on social media, use a lot of hashtags. It's like if you're posting on Instagram, the more hashtags you can add, the more obnoxious you can be with the hashtags, the better, because it's going to pop up everywhere. So make sure that you are using the correct hashtags as well. Literally book, books, book talk, bookstagram, anything that involves a book or your genre, add it to the content that you are posting. Alrighty, next up we have email marketing. We have building your email list. So always encourage your readers to subscribe to a mailing list. Lots of people add it in their books as well. So they have a little acknowledgement section or forward, and it gives a QR code to scan or a website that they can click on and go to where they can sign up to your mailing list. And maybe when they are signing up to the mailing list, have a little automated email where it gives some interesting information that people that aren't signed up to the mailing list might not be able to see. Stuff like that is awesome. Also, you can use that to enter them into giveaways. So yeah, ensure that you are always encouraging people to sign up to your mailing list if you are actually doing the mailing list and you're planning on constantly posting things once a week, twice a week, maybe. It doesn't need to be every day. It doesn't need to be overwhelming. You don't want to annoy your readers either, but make sure that there is consistent content going out. Set your posting schedule and post accordingly. We also want to segment your list. So basically, your reader, your fan base is going to be very wide. Just because you are targeting teenagers doesn't mean it's only teenagers that are actually going to read your book. It means that adults are going to read it. Maybe younger teens are going to read your book as well. And with that, you want to segment your mailing list to ensure that you are sending the right kind of marketing to those people. So you want to basically, oh my goodness, what's the word? You want to target those campaigns to specific people. So make sure that you are segmenting your mailing list as well. Of course, if you only have like 10 or 20 or 30 people on your mailing list, you don't need to do that right away. But if you are starting to get hundreds of people on your mailing list, it's a good idea to start segmenting them. Next, send regular newsletters. I already went through this, but make sure that you are actually updating things constantly. You don't want to lose any subscribers or lose the interest of your followers because you are inconsistent. And then you also do want to add a call to action. So include a very, very clear call to action in your emails to prompt them to visit your book page, to leave a review, to participate in special offers. There needs to be at least one form of call to action when you are doing your emailing campaigns, so that they're actually writers are encouraged to read the entire post, and then at the end you can say, "Oh, okay, you've read. If you're here, this means that you're really interested. Go here to do this. Go here to do this. Do this for me." That sort of thing. And then we have other promotional channels. So we have author websites and blogs. This again needs to be very consistent. So if you are doing this, be consistent. Have your next 3 months worth of content written already so that you can post it every week or every 2 weeks, however you want to space it, and ensure that all of the information is up to date. If you are doing things in advance, make sure that the information that you're publishing that next week is still relevant to when you did write it. So make sure that the readers also don't get suspicious as to why these things aren't relevant anymore. Maybe a date change or launch date change, something like that. People want to make sure that you are trustworthy and they want to rely on you for this information. Book launch events, again, is absolutely massive. Author readings are awesome. So if your book hasn't been released yet, literally what you can do is go live somewhere, have a physical copy of your book. It can be literally printed manuscript. It doesn't need a cover either. And just read a section to your readers, read a chapter. It doesn't need to be the first chapter, it can be in the middle. But these reading sessions also engages with the writers. Oh, sorry, with the readers. So they can ask questions, they can be excited in the comments. It's not just a video that you are uploading, they can be excited with you. And then afterwards, of course, people that weren't able to catch that reading are also able to go in and view it and be excited with everybody else. And then you want to actually collaborate with other with book bloggers or influencers as well. Partner with bloggers, send them a free book or something like that, and let them review your book for you. A name holds a lot of power when you are in a certain areas of publishing. So there are people that you're going to see, okay, this person is very big in YA fantasy. There's um, a, a YouTuber that does book reviews. Her channel is called Thoughts on Tomes, I believe. And when you think of YA fantasy kind of romancy books, that is the person that pops up. If I want a book recommendation, I go to her channel and I check out what she's recommending. So partner with people like that. Reach out to them. You're not going to get a yes all the time. Some of them do want to be paid for something like this or get royalties. You don't have to do that. If you send an influencer a copy of your book for them to read the content itself, then of course they are more than happy to go in and review your book and make a video of it. It's content for them, it's marketing you, and people trust them. They get to give their opinion. So just make sure that it is a positive one. If you are getting bad reviews, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. But usually the author or the influencer will say, listen, I'm not too keen on the book. This is why, this and this and this and this. And then they might not even go ahead and post a video. So reach out to people, see what they think, make sure that you are communicating your expectations from the get-go, and then take it from there. But most reviewers have their email addresses in the captions or in their little about me page on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. So just go ahead, send them an email and see what you can get from that. Alrighty, we've reached the end. It is now time for me to just go over DlyCreate. If you are having issues with doing any research or finding your your audience, if you need marketing research, if you're struggling with actually pricing the book as well, you can utilize DlyCreate for that. We have amazing researching tools that you can go ahead and you can view. We can create full outlines for you. The AI system that we are using, Kip is the best helper. That's in my opinion. I often associate him with Clippy. I don't know if you guys remember Clippy from the old Microsoft days, but he's the Clippy of this generation. It's absolutely amazing, very helpful, and of course, if you have any questions, you can always ask Kip, and they will be able to research and answer you accurately. So to go ahead, check it out. There is a 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, you didn't really lose anything. But definitely, if you are checking this out, I do encourage you to check out all of the features that it has to offer, so that you see the full scope of what you're getting for your subscription fee. Alrighty, let's hop into our Q&A. Now, I do have some here. I believe they can just be added to the screen. Just give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. How important is branding for authors on KDP? Branding is absolutely crucial for authors on KDP. It helps you establish a consistent identity, builds recognition. It attracts people if you have one brand across all of your series of books. If you have a logo on your books as well. All of your books are the same size, all of the lettering is in the same space. That is all part of your branding. And when people see that, they want to purchase something like that because it's aesthetically pleasing. Not only that, but it also makes you trustworthy. It means that you are consistent with everything that you publish, and you've invested time and money into your author brand, which means that you are going to stick around. You're not just going to one day decide, okay, I'm done, bye. So yeah, the author brand is very, very, very important. Okay, next up, we have what are the things that make up an author brand on KDP? So, like, what are I'm guessing you mean the elements that make up an author brand on KDP. So, an author brand on KDP includes your author bio, your author photo. You don't have to add an author photo, but it definitely does help build that trust. Your book covers, your author website, any newsletters that you do, your social media presence, all of those things are elements of your author brand on KDP and wherever else you sell as well. So yeah. Okay, next question. Why are target audiences important? Understanding your target audience on KDP helps you basically tailor your marketing strategy towards them. It also helps you tailor your content toward that specific audience. So it's very, very important to know your target audience. And when you are doing an outline, one of the first things that you are going to have to establish is your your audience. So ensure that you do know that. It basically it changes the entire way that you write a book. It changes how you approach the content, how you phrase it, what kind of vocabulary you use when writing the book as well. So yeah. Okay. Can you explain book communities and forums? Yeah, sure. So book communities and forums on KDP actually allows you to network with fellow writers, with readers, and gain feedback on your work. It also allows you to participate in discussions with other writers and, of course, promote your book as well, because people in those forums and in those communities are looking for very specific things. So if you can utilize that and take that to and use that to your advantage, you will be able to do marketing for basically no money at all to a very, very targeted audience. Okay, how can I leverage book signings and events to enhance my author brand on KDP? Okay, so authors can leverage book signings and events on KDP to connect with readers face to face. They can give out signed copies or even sell signed copies of their books and just create a memorable experience for readers, because I can literally name all of the events that I've attended for authors, whether they be South African authors and in person or overseas authors, and I've attended the virtual events. I can name every single one of them because it was such a memorable experience. I've gotten some signed copies of books. I've gotten limited edition books, and I'm still purchasing those books because I have a sense of loyalty to that specific author. So it again helps strengthen your author brand a lot. Okay, what resources and tools are available to help me? So, of course, I've mentioned KIP. I will always recommend KIP. KIP is amazing. So, DlyCreate utilizes KIP. It's absolutely awesome. So, do go ahead and check that out. You can also utilize tools like KDP Select and Amazon Author Central, I believe it's called. Goodreads is pretty good as well. Goodreads does giveaways, I believe. And then any other book promotion service, you can literally go Google, see what you can come up with. Make sure they are legit. There are many marketing companies and marketing platforms that take your money and then they don't really do anything with it. Make sure it's legit. But if it's like KDP Select or Amazon, Author Central, Goodreads, that sort of thing, those things are legit. They're big names. They can't afford to be shady. And of course, do check out DlyCreate as well. Okay. Oh, sorry. We have I think we have time for one or two more questions. If you start with a particular group, can you switch? Because my first book is complete and a children's book, working on illustrations, and have this true crime fiction book working. When you are publishing on Amazon, you can have like a one main account, and then I believe you can have up to 3 pen names that are under that account as well. What's useful with this is that you can build an author brand for each individual niche. So one is your children's books, that sort of thing. You want to focus that on one pen name, because people are going to associate your name with children's books. If you go ahead and you write the true crime book, people aren't necessarily going to associate that name with true crime. You're going to have to work harder in order to build that brand and to move away from children's books. You don't want to mix and match genres or age groups, that sort of thing. Of course, if you do age groups, if you say, okay, I'm just going to do YA, I'm just going to do young adult books, you can do fantasy, sci-fi, normal romance books, that sort of thing. That's fine because you're sticking with one age range. But with this, you'll basically be switching niches and you'll be switching age groups. You'll completely be switching audiences. So you'll have to work much harder on your marketing. So my advice would be to go and create a different pen name for your true crime books and start from there. Again, everything can be under the same KDP account, but you can have different pen names for that. Okay, have you had any discussion about whether readers want to know if the books they are reading is traditional or AI assisted? No, not really. So, in most cases, people, in my experience, people don't really care. Readers don't really care as long as the book is good. If a book sounds AI written, it's going to be awful. They're going to get awful reviews. People are going to be very, very upset. But if you do have a book and it's AI assisted with research and that sort of thing, people usually don't care. They really don't care. The people that do care are usually very specific audiences. So make sure that you do your research regarding that. But if it's AI assisted, if it's something like doing your research for you or brainstorming together, like Kip does, for example, people really don't care. When you are publishing on Amazon, you would need to mention or just tick off that it's AI assisted or AI written or something like that. It's usually not a problem at all, not with oh gosh, the popularity of AI. So it doesn't really matter. It just so that you're very upfront with the content that you are delivering with KDP. Usually it doesn't even mention on your author page or on your landing page that it is AI created or AI assisted. And people don't care as long as they can't notice it specifically. But again, you are going to have to do your research and just make sure that your target audience isn't going to mind something like that. You need to be very, very specific with the topic and the target audience. Okie dokie. think that is everything for now. I don't see other questions, but if there is anything that we did miss, please do let us know. Shoot us a comment, leave a comment, shoot us an email. You can give us a call as well, book a demo, whatever you feel most comfortable with. We are more than happy to assist. We are going to go through the comments afterwards and just reply to everything that we might have missed. And yeah, go ahead, check out the next webinar. The next webinar is going to be on, oh my goodness, on outlines. So creating your outline and how to create it to ensure that the writer, whether it's you or a ghostwriter, is set up for success. So check that out. The time and date will still be confirmed and sent out to everybody. But yeah, it's on the screen right now. So if you are interested in that, check it out. But again, if you have any questions or concerns, leave us a comment, send us an email, get in contact with us, or you can just go ahead to www.theurbanwriters.com and you can just go to the contact us page there. All of our information is up there. Yeah, have an absolutely amazing day ahead, everybody. Wherever you are, whether it's evening, morning, afternoon. I know it's in the middle of the night for some people as well. So yeah, have an absolutely lovely rest of your day, night, evening, whatever. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.